It's time for entertainment. Miss G is here. Hello, Miss G.
Hello, Israel. How are you doing?
I'm well.
Okay, so yesterday before I left, I told you that I've got news for you today. And remember that I think it was earlier last week we were talking about the Fuse ODG and Qbeat feud, and the fact that there was some pot of blood somewhere started,
and the fact that he since moved out of the house. He says he moved voluntarily.
Exactly. And you know, in the stories that came out, there was somebody who they had placed in the middle of the controversy, and he's a young artist by name King Promise. We've talked about him here, and King Promise was drawn in because King Promise has been signed onto Qbeat's record label,
and he's doing well.
And he's doing well. So Qbeat's, is focusing on King Promise, I think, especially when the story says so, and there's been a lot of, songs from him.
And not giving Fuse ODG any songs. So
King Promise came by, and we decided to have a conversation with him. Amazingly, he says, it is none of his business. He can't be bothered about the two of them.
I don't know about that, honestly. I mean, they've worked together for a long while, and they have their own relationships. But I have a different relationship with Killer, and it was through Killer I met Fuse. Through Killer, a lot of things have happened, and whatever's with them, I'm just focusing on my music.
Because I saw a story that had you in the middle, and the story said...
Yeah, I saw it too.
You saw it too?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, what was your reaction when you saw the story?
I've seen so many stories, and I've learned not to, pay attention to the blogs and what people are writing, because everyone will have their take on your issue any way they choose to have it, and you know the truth, you know what's happening, so you just don't heed.
So when you know the truth and you see people write things about you that are false, it's better you clarify,
Well, not necessarily. It's like you can end up in the back and forth.
What's the relationship between you and Fuse?
I know him.
Yeah, you knew him, or you got to know him through
Killer. We have a song together.
Qbeat, sorry.
Yeah.
You got to know him and you have a song together. You can pick a phone and call him, or it's just when you see him, hi. I want to understand.
No, I mean, he's a legend. He does good stuff. I love his, I've heard his music, and we're cool.
Yeah. I'm asking because
I don't have anything with anybody. Me, I'm just, like I said, I'm not a part of this whole thing. Whatever you think is happening or the media says is happening, I'm just doing my music and focusing on that. It's none of my business.
It's none of your business, and
I don't have a say in it, to be honest.
You don't have a say in it, but you're in the middle.
You think I know Killer and I know Fuse.
Exactly. So you're in the middle. How does it make you feel? Because you're in the middle and you keep answering questions like this.
It's none of my business.
You're not bothered?
No, I'm just doing my thing. It's like I haven't done anything. Like you said, the bloggers try to put me in there, but I haven't done nothing. That's why I don't care about it.
But you agree that, ever since you joined Qbeat's team, there's been a lot of focus on you.
I mean, there's been a focus on my project, definitely. And there's been a focus on so many other things. You know how many songs other people have dropped?
But you're getting all the hits. All the hits, sorry.
No, there's big songs in Ghana produced by Qbeat, from January to now.
Between you and Fuse ODG, you've got all the hits.
I don't know about that.
Well, within the time you dropped Oh Yeah and Now Selfish, we haven't had a banger from Fuse. Which means that because I'm trying to interrogate you based on the story I read, it means that then the attention has shifted.
There are different stories as well. Not just that. So why you don't know that?
You want to tell me some of them, the ones I haven't heard?
No, if I go internet, go Twitter, you can see for them.
King Promise on that, the feud.
He says you go and fish for the story.
On Twitter. But then, of course, he went for the birthday party, the one that the ram or the sheep was slaughtered and the pot of blood.
Okay.
So I said, let's find out. He might not know of the pot of blood, but did he have some kebabs? Did he get to chew some beef? Tell us.
Killer's birthday party? Yeah.
So was there a ram killing like we hear?
A ram kill? I don't know.
Did you eat kebab?
If you go party, you go chop meat.
But you don't know where the meat came, or you don't know where the meat came from.
You know where Abuchi they buy kebab?
I don't know. But we heard that there was some sheep or ram that was slaughtered and all that. Since you're that close, was there anything like that?
Kwame, when are we doing? Yeah, okay. I don't know about this one.
You don't know about that.
Nah.
But you had beef.
She won't put me for this thing.
You had beef.
Beef.
Yeah.
Me, I did chop everything.
No, at the party.
I did chop everything.
Was there some grilling section?
At the top of everything.
No, I want to know at the party, was there some grilling section? Because one understands, some people say that, you know, there was some ram that was slaughtered, and that's why we had a pot of blood in the story thing. So I don't want to ask you whether there was a pot of blood, because definitely you might say you never know, but I want to know if there was a slaughtering of ram.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I chop meat, I chop chicken, I chop fish. I mean, I love food. I did this, but yeah, just had a good time. You know, Killer's birthday is always the best. Like last year, we had a big party, you know, Fuse, everybody, Killer's birthday. It was the biggest party.
But this time around, Fuse was not there.
Wasn't in town at that point.
Clearly avoiding the subject.
Very, very, very much so. And, you know, well, because he's not sure of which... I think that, well, per what the conversation, his loyalty lies with Killbeats, and it's obvious. If you're signed to his management, it's obvious. Let's talk about Dr. Sani Badu. Recently, he was honored again by the wife of the the vice president, Samira Bawumia. But today, Becky went with him yesterday. He's adopted 65 children in Chosen Generation Home. But they talked about the rejection from Yaosiki. You remember that story where Yaosiki rejected the money Sani Badu was offering him, or the scholarship and all that. And then he waded into the Patapaa one corner craze some time back. The media, you know.
Yeah, he said what he said had been misconstrued.
Yes, he said so. So let's hear him, and then we'll come to talk about that.
I've been around the blocks for a very long time, and I saw the controversies that went with the whole Yaosiki thing. You know, one interesting thing about Ghana is everybody has their own mind of how they perceive something, and if you're not careful and your ears fall into the wrong words from somebody, they might turn you away from what somebody really wanted to do to help. So we saw that issue on the internet. It was not a private thing that was sent to us privately. No, we saw it on the internet just as everybody had seen it. And the first thing we did was we contacted our PR here that get through to this guy. Now, I chose to go on Instagram to announce it because I also wanted to encourage those circular boys who really want to get into Christ, but they don't have that much help or support. Christians are very used to rejecting people. It's easy. We're now rapid in now, but so I put it on there to let people know that there are some of us who are willing to encourage you. That's why every second, if you check my Instagram, I'm always encouraging Majid, because Majid's mom, before she died, spoke to me about Majid, that please, Sonny, help my son to give his life to Christ. Majid has been around, so I make sure that, you know, I remind him that mom, this is what mom really wants. So all I wanted to do was to open that arm, help him out, and he came out to say he doesn't want it, and I respect that, you know, and I hope he's doing well.
You commented on one corner, you said it's spiritual or something, it's not a good thing. A couple of people took me out of context because I listened to the song and there was nothing bad with the song, but what people were making out of that song is what the problem was, because it was trending. People go under the gutter, do strange stuff. You listen to the song and it talks about red, gold, green, traffic light stop, which is nothing wrong. But what I was advising Patapaa on was make sure you make good money out of the song, because one thing about songs that trend is it'll come, trend, and it goes, and we can't even find you. Don't assume that this is what will make you a star. No, make use of whatever you have, and then when you're sick, why are dear. But Patapaa, I'll take a picture with him.
Okay, so that clarification has been made. So the concern was with the dance move or the craze, you know, and not the song. So right. That'll be it for entertainment tomorrow. I'm back with response from Miss V. You know, Miss V she's been trending.
Oh no, really?
Oh yeah, she wants husband with cash. Remember, same thing happened here. I'll tell you that tomorrow.
I'm gonna find out. Okay, thank you very much, Miss G.